Hey yo, what's up? MATOKA this. So guys, I have a confession to make. I'm old, and this isn't something that's been gradually happening. It happened very recently. I am in what a lot of people consider my late 20s. To be more or less exact, I've been in my 20s for about 7 years now, and you guys don't have to do the math, it's okay. We don't need to know the exact age because this channel runs on estimates, and none of us are agists here, so we can just go by how I look. I mean, I could be 18, I could be 24, I could be 32, I could be 45, I could be 100. And it's all okay, you know? Because I think despite your age, everyone still has different experiences. Some people grow up faster, some people don't grow up at all. And I think either way, that's perfectly fine as long as, you know, you get through life. Because, fun fact, life is hard. And if you didn't know life was hard, or if no one told you that, then you've been living under a rock. Because, at least for me and, you know, my friend group, we pretty much know that life is hard. Life's no joyride to the park on Christmas Day. Hey, what's up? It's your boy from the future editing right now. I wanted to make a quick disclaimer about some things are not really gonna make sense. I filmed this late at night, and so future me, which is me right now doing all the editing, will hop on in sometimes and explain a few things if it gets a little dicey, so that's gonna happen. And yeah, here we go. Again, returning to the video. Bye. So because I've been in my 20s for a certain amount of time, 7 years to be exact, if we're being exact, we don't have to, I wanted to give some other people who are in their 20s, maybe younger, maybe older, you don't even have to be in your 20s, but I wanted to pass on some advice. So I wanted to do 7 things that I've learned in my 20s. And without further ado, let's just get on it, because I know you guys want to know what I know, because I am a wise old man in a 20-something-year-old body. The first one is, the strongest people are usually the ones that have had the most shit thrown at them. From my experiences, this is true as a day. I think people who are more positive, who make more light of things, those are the people who have been through harder times. If you just look at YouTubers in general, I feel like the people who are funny, the people who are entertaining are also the people who have had issues in the past. Maybe are still dealing with issues. And it's not to say that you can't be a funny person and have not had issues, but I think when you have a culmination of experiences, it helps shape you. To what degree depends on the person, but I think we should never doubt the experiences that other people have had, whether good or bad. I think everyone's life is full of experiences that have made them them, that have made them them. Yes. Okay, but wait a second. This is not advice. Advice is when you tell your friend Jenny that she shouldn't wear that dress to the Golden Globes because it's not Christmas and she shouldn't have to look like a present. I ended up adding an extra point in the end, so don't worry. But this really can't be considered advice. This is just shit I experienced, I guess. I don't know. Next one is, it's better to experience it yourself than take someone's word for it. And I mean, I think this one is kind of tricky because, you know, we always have our parents telling us what's best for us, or we have other people telling us what's best for us. I honestly do think those are just opinions from other people. You can take it or leave it, but I think even if you take their opinion, you should still try it firsthand in order to see what's up. The biggest example is I am a foodie. I love food. There are a lot of people who tell me, oh, this restaurant's great and that restaurant's great, and then I go and the food is crap. Okay, listen, I'm not out here trying to drag my friends or anything like that, because we all have different tastes, you know? Some people like some things, some people like other things, and my taste is more like a judge on the Food Network show Chopped or something like that. What I like and what other people like is gonna be totally different, so I'm not trying to drag anyone here. We all like what we like, and that's that. I could not take their word for it and just not go to any new restaurants, but you know, I want to test the waters and try new things, because if I don't, then I'm just going to be eating Chipotle all day. I think it's hard to step out of your comfort zone and just try it, especially if, you know, there are a lot of people saying oh, it's great or oh, it's bad, but I think for you to know whether you truly like it or not, you need to just go and do it. Lesson number 3 is, I think life comes in constant waves. So you have your ups and you have your downs, but nothing is ever like a plateau. I think we get invested a lot in thinking about, the highs and the lows, especially at the end of the year. We gauge a year based on whether it's been really great or really crappy, and we think of like the greatest moments and the crappiest moments and decide then whether a year is great or crappy. But all in all of the good and bad experiences help shape who you are, and that you are gonna have your ups and downs. Like, you shouldn't expect for things to just be normal all the time, because life is like a wave. Number 4 is you are a product of your environment, but you don't have to be. And I think the perfect example is,
warning, this shit gets real.
For me, I've lived and grew up in the Bay Area. I went to college, and then when I came back, I just started working in tech because everyone else was. I kind of became a product of my environment. All my friends were, in that tech industry. And after leaving the tech industry and kind of doing my own thing for a while, I realized that it's okay to not do that. And I kind of felt like, you kind of just inadvertently get pushed into things just because a lot of your peers are doing it, your connections are doing it, and you kind of have made this circle, and it's hard to get out of that circle. Especially if you don't realize that you're in it too. So once I actually went to Japan and had a lot of different experiences in Japan, met a bunch of different people doing a lot of different professions, I think that kind of opened the idea to actually do other things than what I was doing before. That's about it. You don't have to be a product of your environment. If you're comfortable and whatever, then that's perfectly fine. A lot of us kind of feel boxed in, but also feel like we kind of have to do something because a lot of other people around us are doing the same thing. Or maybe like it's a profession in the family, so you feel like you should do it because all your family does it as well. You might not get the necessary approval, but you kind of have to go above that if you want to do what you want to do. Number 5 is it doesn't get easier to get out of your comfort zone. Doesn't matter what age you are. You can be 18, you can be 108. If you do get out of your comfort zone, the rewards are great. For me, getting out of my comfort zone completely was going to Japan. So you're probably sick of me talking about Japan all the time, but it's honestly where I got a lot of my life experience and just experienced new things in general. And so I'm the one giving you advice here, so just sit back, relax, don't come for me or anything like that, we chill, okay? And it was a stretch because I went there alone, I didn't know anyone there. Bruh, I couldn't even speak any Japanese at all. I was just freaking lost all the time. And I had to figure out, school and housing and everything that I had to do on my own. And that's really getting out of your comfort zone, I think. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. Even if you go on study abroad and stuff, a lot of it's already set up for you, so you don't really need to deal with that kind of stuff. But getting out of your comfort zone helps you to meet new people, meet more people, and I think especially after college, after doing school and stuff, it's a little harder to meet people because you have to go out of your way. Compared to when you're in college, you are a student and everyone else is a student, so everyone has the same goal. So it's kind of easier to meet people that way. Number 6, I think. Number 6 is you're worth more than you think you are. I think when we're young, especially when we're right out of college too and don't have any experience in anything, we think that our value is a lot lower than it actually is. I learned my value a lot not later in life because I'm still freaking, 20 something. Because I got more experience and I was able to be okay, I can do this, and that brought my confidence, and that made me feel more valuable and made me understand more of the value that I put into things. In the beginning, it's hard to understand your value and it's easy to get pushed around. So whatever you need, whether it's experience, whether it's just someone talking you up or anything like that, you just need to get some kind of confidence in order to place a higher self-value than you think. And I think that comes from a lot of different things too. It's not like you're gonna get that self-value just straight up unless you real confident, but a lot of people aren't like that, so but when we're young, we're just so freaking paranoid about everything. We don't want people to talk bad about us and all that kind of stuff. So I understand where we're at right now, but as we grow up, it'll get better. That's what I'm hoping. And finally, like I just said, people are like wine, and they only get better with age. I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with this, but I think, if you take care of yourself and you learn from your mistakes and, you just kind of live your life, I think everyone just gets better. I don't think many people get worse unless they're just already in a bad mindset or in bad conditions. then that might make you worse. But hopefully, you know, we can all kind of be above that. I mean, it takes time, and I was thinking I thought of one more thing. This is the last one that's actually advice and not messy like the first one, so don't rely on other people for your happiness. And we all kind of get validation from other people instead of ourselves, because a lot of us don't really like to self-reflect and that kind of thing, and we have a lower perception of who we actually are. You know, that's just like social media and stuff like that. Growing up in that era where like comments and likes and all that stuff means a lot more, like it's tough because we feel like we need that kind of validation in order to be a successful person, a good person, a handsome or a pretty person, a wealthy person, all that kind of stuff. But I think if you rely on other people too much to give you that kind of happiness, it's not healthy. You're just gonna be, you know, doing backflips for other people in order to get attention, in order to be happy, and that's not really how it should be. I think you should be happy because you think you're a good person. So I'm hoping that some of this advice can help people out. I mean, I feel like I've experienced a lot within my 20s already. I feel like people are like, oh, your 20s are your best years, but those are the same people who are like, oh, high school is your best years and stuff like that. And high school sucks. Like, I don't know who actually is like, oh, I loved high school. Yeah, I feel like in your 20s is like the teen phase for your adult life. When you're in like middle school and high school, it sucks. You're going through puberty. You don't dress nice. I mean, kids nowadays kind of dress nice because they're all visco girls and e-boys and whatever. But back in my day, like we were just trying to like get through school. We were trying to take our stupid SATs and get into college. I feel like your 20s are just as confusing, but kind of in a different way, because your teens are to prepare for college, but then after college there's no preparation to actually be an adult, because college doesn't teach you crap, honestly. Go to school, kids, but college didn't really teach me that much. You just want to get that piece of paper because that's what we do around here. Your 20s are your teen phase in order to be an adult. So yeah, the 20s are a weird time, which is why I am hopeful for my 30s, because I think 30s are going to be great. You're going to look your best. You're going to be the most successful. Of course, you're not going to have everything figured out, but you're going to have 10 years more figured out than you would in your 20s, because you'll be in your 30s, and that's 10 years after your 20s. Is that math? So honestly, like, that's it. Live your life, be happy, be true to yourself. Hashtag advice. Do people still do this? I feel like they don't. Like, life sucks, but it's not horrible. What am I saying? Is that supposed to be uplifting? Because it's really not. I don't know. Thanks for watching this video. I hope some of this advice kind of like seeps into your brain and kind of helps you if you're figuring things out like I am. And please leave a like if you like this video. Also subscribe and do the things that people tell you to do in other videos, because that would really make me feel happy and validated, even though I don't take validation from other people. I mean, I take it, but I don't, like, I'm still cool if not. Yes, so there's me using the advice that I just gave in order to make a point, I guess. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I made a new outro because hashtag 2020. So check it out, because it's coming up in like another like 10 seconds or so, and I think it's alright. So let me know if you think it's alright. Leave a comment about it, I guess, or about the whole video. Also tell me, give me your advice as well. We'll do this like a trading session. You know when you used to like trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards in school, and you're not supposed to because all the teachers are like, oh, that's a stupid card game. But yeah, just subscribe and stuff, because I'm gonna try and make more videos, and it will be lit. Alright, bye guys.